Yo, my dudes, what's going on? David here, and welcome to another reaction. This episode, we are diving into Teen Wolf Season 1, Episode 4, called Magic Bullet. Hopefully, you've been enjoying the series. Hopefully, you are having a wonderful day. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Head on over to Patreon for the full, uncut, unedited reactions over there. Episodes extra early as well. But with that being said, fasten your seatbelts. Let's ride. All right, first of all, that man made the...
Nice renegade.
Yo, what kind of turn was that? Yo, he turned straight into her lane. Honking that horn like that. Heck no. Probably be smart to drive forward.
Come on! Come on!
Damn, dude, I almost feel like we weren't even on the same season here. Oh, she is a marksman. Yo, this lady is loaded. That's the alpha, right? That's the alpha. Yeah, you going after her? Derek, are you nuts?
How long will it take?
I give him 48 hours. If that.
Scott, you gotta go find Derek, man. You gotta go help him out.
Hey, is everything okay with your car?
Yeah, I just needed a jump start, that's all.
Oh, because dad told me you're tired.
Does Allison's dad know about the
I don't know.
Yo, relax. Chill out, Scott.
Scott, it's one test. You're gonna make it up. Do you want help studying?
No, I'm studying with Allison after school today.
Yeah,
That's
the
my
wrong
boy.
studying.
We're just
The
studying.
wrong studying.
No, you're not.
No, I'm not.
Not if I'm forced to live vicariously through you.
Are we not suspicious as to why Derek's at school?
Where's Scott McCall?
Why should I tell you? No, we're not done yet.
Oh, don't be so stupid, Jax. Ah! Ah! Ooh. This guy's like the most unluckiest bully I've ever seen.
Are you kidding? After one date?
Don't be a total prude. Give him a little taste.
Well, I mean, how much is a little taste?
Oh God, you really like him, don't you?
Well,
Oh, he can't though. Scott can't do that.
when I first moved here, I had a plan.
He's gonna turn.
No boyfriends till college. I just moved too much. But when I met him, and he was different.
Oh my God!
Yo, he is always over the top. Styles is always over the top.
What are you doing? Stop that! I'm trying to tell you, I can't. Derek,
Get him in the
Get up.
Jeep. Help him up then. Oh my God.
tell me to put him in
Do
your
we
car.
not see that somebody's hurt?
Taking my time.
Just gonna start embracing the music that they play.
So, I figure that we start with, history.
Hey, try not to bleed out on my seats, okay? We're almost there.
Almost where?
Your house?
What?
No,
No, you can't
don't go
take me.
there.
I can't take you to your own house.
Not when I can't protect myself.
Where do you want us to go?
What happens if Scott doesn't find your little magic bullet? Are you dying?
Not yet. I have a last resort.
Promise you won't laugh.
I promise. What the hell is that?
Ooh.
It's a compound bow, and I'm pretty sure it requires an arrow to be harmful.
So that's what you're good at. archery.
Oh, she can help out a lot now.
He said he wouldn't laugh.
Trust me, I'm not laughing.
Yeah. Her dad is loaded.
Get your ass down to the 50s and come help with the groceries.
Right there.
Oh no.
Sure.
No problem.
Great.
Really? That's his reaction to finding his daughter with a boy?
You, with the adorable brown eyes, drop your bike. You're staying for dinner.
Oh, this cannot go well. Oh my god.
You eat meat?
So it's like field hockey, except the sticks have nets.
Exactly.
And can you slap check like hockey?
Yeah, but it's only the gloves and the sticks.
Sounds violent. I like it.
Scott's
Can be.
amazing too. Dad came with me the first game. Wasn't he good?
He was fine.
He scored the last shot, the winning shot.
True, but he didn't score it all into the last few minutes.
He also wasn't
His
getting the
last
ball,
shot,
Dad.
told through the goalie's net. It was incredible.
Did you find it?
How am I supposed
Nope.
to find one bullet? They have 1 million. This house is like the freaking Walmart of guns.
Like, if you don't find it, then I'm dead, all right?
I'm starting to think that wouldn't be such a bad thing.
And think about
Really?
this. The Alpha called you out against your will.
He's gonna do it again. Next time, you either kill with him or you get killed.
I would have went back out there and been like, oh, my stomach hurts. Is there any extra toilet paper? And then I would have closed that door. Oh, hurry up, bud.
This harmless animal turned into a perfectly vicious killer. And it all started with that one bite.
All right, that's a little too close to what was going on with Scott.
Shot it.
Because he wanted to put it out of its misery.
Because it was too dangerous. Something that out of control is better off dead.
I have to ask Scott something.
Me?
Yeah. You.
No, I gotta go.
Okay.
We gotta go, Scott.
What'd you take from my bag?
We gotta go, Scott.
My
We
bag.
gots to go.
What'd you take from it?
We have got to
Need a
go,
repeat
Scott.
Question? Maybe enunciate more clearly. Why don't you show us what's in your pocket?
Dad?
Come on, Scott. Prove me wrong.
I'll prove you wrong. It wasn't Scott going through your bags. It was me.
Oh, Allison for the save.
Look, I don't know if I could do this.
Why not?
Right?
Well, because of the cutting through the flesh, the sawing of the bone, and especially the blood.
You faint at the sight of blood?
No, but I might at the sight of a chopped off arm.
All right, fine. How about this? Either you cut off my arm, or I'm gonna cut off your head.
Okay, you know, I'm so not buying your threats anymore. Oh my god, okay, all right,
okay.
Bob, totally.
Oh,
I'll do it.
okay.
I'll do it.
Gotta burn it. Oh, he's gotta breathe it in. Oh, it's working though. It's working.
That was
Awesome!
Yeah, it really was though. It really was though.
Oh, except for the agonizing pain.
I guess
Yeah.
the ability to use sarcasm
I'll be all
is a
right.
sign of health.
6 years ago, my sister and I were at school. Our house caught fire. 11 people were trapped inside. He was the only survivor.
So, what makes you so sure that they set the fire?
Because they're the only ones that knew about us.
Then they had a reason.
What are you doing? How did you get in here?
We were just leaving.
No, this can't be the story. At least Allison's putting 2 and 2 together. Oh. Alrighty, season 1, episode 4 of Teen Wolf. Teen Wolf. I understand that there are a lot of cringy moments. I think the cringiest thing of all for me is something I've mentioned every single episode. It's just the music, man. The music, not needed. But I won't jump into details about that. You guys have heard me bash the music part of it enough. And it's just something I had to get accustomed to. That is how they decided to go about doing the show itself. But music aside, this episode was really, really good. And, you know, a few of you have been telling me in the comment section that season 1 can be very cringy. Season 1 isn't as good as the other seasons to come. But I mean, at least where I am now, I enjoy the show a lot. And I'm sure that if you are a Teen Wolf fan at some point, you were as hooked as I am to the first season as well. So if it gets even better than this, that means only more greatness. And I know that's probably not even a word, but it just means that's just a better thing for me. You know what I mean? If I'm enjoying it during the not so great, imagine when I get to the great. I'm going to be loving the show. So basically, this episode, we are diving in to, we meet a new character. At the beginning of the episode, I was kind of confused where I was like, oh, shoot. Wait, am I right? Am I watching the right season? Because we haven't heard about Kate, and Kate's obviously the brother of Allison's dad, or the sister, the brother. She's the sister of Allison's dad. And basically their family hunts werewolves. How cool is that? Like, seriously, how freaking awesome is that? It worries me story-wise, but at the same time, it makes the story juicy. It makes it really cool. Let's see. So basically we jump into that, and it looks like the Alpha is attacking Kate, and Derek is, watching on. She, we figure out right away that Kate isn't, just your ordinary civilian, pedestrian, whatever. And, she's freaking loaded, like super loaded. Both of them are loaded. Her and freaking the dad are super freaking loaded. And she shoots a couple shots into the roof. It sounds like she clipped him and hit him, but then she knows that those bullets probably don't do much to him. So she went and grabbed, a specialized bullet. And as Derek was chasing after, it looked like he was chasing after the Alpha. She got Derek instead of the Alpha. And then we quickly find out that bullet actually does indeed hurt, the werewolves or whatever. And so, the whole episode, it's basically Derek being very worried about the bullet that hit him, because he's trying to figure out what bullet it is, because obviously werewolves self-heal and he wasn't self-healing. And so, surprisingly enough, all that ruckus going on, Scott was in the middle of sleeping, and he heard it. He woke up and he, ran out looking to see what was going on. But basically, not that much Lydia stuff, which to me is good, because this episode to me was probably the most entertaining, easy to follow episode, where everyone that was on the screen was a lot of fun to watch. And even though people claim that the acting from Scott himself isn't really good, it doesn't bother me. I'm not that hardcore into, personal or, the whole acting thing. I mean, if you're not ridiculously bad, then you're fine to me. I don't know why Derek has that look, and I know I'm going off, off topic here when I say this. He has this look that I was like, he probably would have made a better Edward than Robert Pattinson. I don't know. I got that vibe. where I'm like, yo, he kind of comes off vampire looking vampire. But no, but he looks really cool. I like Derek a lot. The whole mystery behind Derek still is really cool. Obviously the whole story being you know, this kid who got bit by an alpha that is being hunted by the same kid's now new sort of girlfriend, her dad and her dad's sister. It's like, oh no, he's literally trying to live a normal high school life, and now he's got to deal with something like that. He obviously has like strong feelings for Allison, and now he has to deal with the fact that her dad and her dad's sister are literally hunting people like Scott, well, werewolves like Scott and Derek. I like that Derek keeps trying to stress the importance of, you know, keeping him, because Scott seems to always not care so much, like, at least in this episode, what happens to Derek. Like, he was just kind of like, oh, well, maybe if you die, it'd be better off for me. You leave me alone. No, he doesn't realize. Like, I took what Derek said the last episode so serious that, you know, whatever he got to say, I'm listening. You're not taking that alpha on alone. You need at least to have Derek by your side helping you. Dude, you're not, like, help him. Oh my God. There were some tense moments in this episode for sure. Obviously, Scott and Allison are hanging out, doing, you know, studying and everything. And, you know, they're just doing what, I mean, most high schoolers do, I guess you can say. Most boyfriend, girlfriends, experimenting, making out. Obviously, that stuff gets Scott going, so it always worries me whenever he starts to be too much around Allison, because he doesn't have quite that control over, you know, changing over whenever she gets him excited. But basically, you know, they go down into the garage, and, you know, she's showcasing what she's really skillful at, and she shows him like a compound bow. You know, he notices that Dad is freaking loaded just as much as Kate is. Apparently, he sells to sheriffs and stuff. I don't know, man. You definitely know he keeping some of those. He's definitely using a lot of that. But basically, they're doing that. They hear a noise. They duck, hide. And Allison's dad knew exactly where they were. That made me nervous. Like, oh, shoot. Like, he knew the whole time or whatever. He then, I mean, at first he seems pretty, like, not as, I would have thought that, you know, a father would be more upset than he was initially. But then, you know, obviously he was just trying to get rid of Scott when he got to that point when they were talking outside. So that was more dad-like for me. But then Kate obviously invites Scott to dinner. That can never go well. But obviously Scott has to stick around because he has to find that bullet anyways. At first I was like, how are you going to get away from the whole family? They're all home now. Like, you're not going to be able to get away and, you know, look for this bullet. But I guess he goes to use the bathroom. Obviously he uses the guest room. So that's what I was like, oh, you know, that's where Kate's been, you know, staying the night. Man, when I tell you the anxiety was crazy when he was in that bag searching for that bullet, I'm like, dude, hurry your ass. And then he tried to Google Translate or whatever the hell the you know, the saying on top of that box. We gots to go, Scotty-O. We gots to get out of there. We have gots to get out of there. That's why I mentioned and said that I would have just went out there and been like, you know, I got the bubble guts. Oh, my stomach. Is there any extra toilet paper? You know, just to buy me a little bit more time, not to make them worry or anything. But then, you know, the whole time Styles is like, yo, you need to get here. We need the bullet. Like, find the bullet. Get over here. Like, Derek is not, you know, in good shape whatsoever. We need you here. And so, of course, Kate was like, you know, stick around, have dinner with us. I want to know more about you. And so he sticks around for more. He already has the bullet, but he sticks around for a little while longer. And then they finally wrap up. But right when before he leaves, Kate stops him and is like, hey, I need to ask you a question. What did you get in my bag? Dude, when I tell you I didn't think there was any way he was going to get himself out of there without revealing himself. Allison for the save. Allison for the save. That's why, like, it sucks because, like, now Allison and Scott's relationship is growing on me. Where, you know, at first, it could be kind of cheesy, you know, how they met and, you know, how quickly they became, like, really into each other. But what hurts me is what Derek said at the end. So she obviously, uses the whole condom excuse. I was in your bag or whatever. And then so Scott leaves. Derek was telling Styles that the last resort was going to be chopping his arm off. Obviously Styles is he is the most, like, apart from Jackson, he is the most unfortunate character in this show because he just can't catch a break. First his friend gets bit. Now he's dealing with Derek. Now he's got to chop somebody's arm off. Heck no, man. But basically, Scott gets there just in time. Derek goes to use the bullet, but then he passes out. Really cheesy moment where Scott used his turning over werewolfness, I guess, to pick up the bullet. It was a little cheesy for me, but I mean, it's fine, whatever. I can't let stuff like that bother me too much. I didn't dictate the episode itself. Just a little cheesy, but he grabs the bullet, they help Derek up. I like that when Styles punched Derek, it hurt Styles. Like, it just makes it seem like Derek is really that strong. But basically wakes him up. He then fixes, his arm or whatever. And then he has a conversation with Scott, and he's like, Scott said something like, I think that's when he mentions the whole you dying wouldn't bother me that much, or bringing up the fact that he's gonna go tell Allison's dad and Kate about Derek if he doesn't leave him alone. And I'm like, no, like, how? What part of you trusts them? They are not good people. They are not good people. But I mean, he hasn't seen anything to make him think otherwise, I guess. But the fact that she shot Derek, like, they're after you guys. They're literally after you guys. You can't be that. No, don't be that gullible. Do not be that gullible. But basically then, Allison earlier in the episode, I forgot to mention, asked her dad, where he was going. But he said Kate was in town. She's having car problems. Her tire's flat. But then she asked Kate when Kate was there, and she was like, yeah. What'd she say? It was like, I forget. It was something completely different, though. It was like oil or something, or like, I forget. But it was something completely different. And then when she went outside at the end scene there, she realizes that there's broken glass by Kate's door for her car window. She is putting two and two together herself. I'm really, like, nervous what route they're gonna go, but I'm hoping that Allison and Scott's, like, relationship means that she won't go that side. Will I be surprised if she does? No, not really. I believe what Derek says, and obviously if it runs in the family, what's stopping Allison from doing that? Hopefully what's stopping her is, her, liking Scott, but also just realizing that, that isn't, I don't even know who to side with. Obviously we're going to side with the werewolves because, in a sense they're, innocent. They haven't done anything that I've seen yet. But then you have the alpha running around killing people. So it's like, are the hunters really just trying to hunt the werewolves down to protect the town itself? Does that make them bad because they're doing that, or is there more like, you know, dirty, grimy stuff going on behind the scenes that I'm gonna find out later on? I don't know, but I mean, right now, obviously, we're gonna side with who we're meant to side with. But when that choice comes, and I'm sure it will be a moment where she'll have to make the decision of either helping Scott or helping her dad and Kate. I don't know, man. That's what I like about the story so far. It's just like one of those like where they can go anywhere and what's gonna happen. A part of me just keeps wondering like, damn it, somebody bite Styles already. I want him to be freaking werewolfing it up. But I don't know. This show is really fun. I'll probably give this episode like an 8. Just from an entertainment standpoint, it's just really easy to follow, really fun. I've never watched any sort of supernatural shows, so the fact that this is like pretty much the first one from this sense, like from like werewolves and all that stuff, it's cool, man. It's freaking awesome. I'm having a really fun time doing this. But that's the episode. Hopefully you enjoyed the review. Hopefully you enjoyed the reaction. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Head on over to Patreon for the full uncut, unedited reactions over there. Episodes extra early over there as well. Thanks so much for your time. I'll catch you guys later. Peace, guys.